Hello everybody and welcome to January-February issue of Is Your Ex Coming Back? Just really quick note, like, don't freak out. You don't want to ex back. Do not watch this. It's not for you. This is simply the series for people who still feel connection with someone. They're in on and off relationship. They're not able to break the bones. I am going to, if you're the first time here, really give you a quick review of the spread that I'm doing for this situation. If you have been here before, you know the spread, then just like look, I think I'm going to put down here or which time stamp to go to, and just you go directly in the reading. So for this reading I am actually designating 7 cards, and they are significators, which means just like a title of a book. Each category is going to tell me a little bit about that relationship. For the first card, the Magician, it's pretty much going to tell me if this relationship is starter. So I'll actually give the more detailed explanations for those of you who ordered the spread, which is still on the special for $50 if you really want to find about your relationship. The second card, Temperance Reversed, is really talking about things that need to be glued in a relationship. Then these are 2 significators. Either of them can be you, and it's kind of the energy and maybe communication in between. Now, what is basically the karmic intervention? What basically karma things that you need to work on in this time, and what should happen? And also the next steps in the relationship. So hopefully this kind of like gave you a really quick overview. I didn't kind of like spend too much time about that, so let's just jump straight in the readings. Hello Virgo, and welcome to your Is Your Ex Coming Back series, January-February. So let's see what we see. Seven of Wands, 8 of Swords reversed, 9 of Wands, Page of Wands reversed, Page of Swords, the High Priestess, and 9 of Pentacles. It looks like the situation is sort of like one of those where you felt you have been trapped into some kind of behavior pattern. Maybe you have been doing the same things over and over, and you're like really wondering, oh my gosh, how much longer is this going to last? What the heck do I do, and how do I continue? How do I move forward? Check this fellow over here. He doesn't sound overly happy. There is like this anger. And this is falling in your category of what really goes for your relationship. So it's almost like you have built certain reputation. Maybe you have gained some ground in this relationship, and maybe you have agreed on something, and all of a sudden somebody pulls the rug under your feet and off you go. You're in the square one. It kind of like, it feels that way, but it also feels, you know what, I'm going to hold this fort. I'm going to hold how this really works. Because you're finally removing your blindfold. You're finally willing to look at things, and you're saying, like, I mean, I'm facing it. You know, when I face it, the impact comes to you, and that impact is something that we usually fear, and sometimes we really don't want to go in that direction, and it's kind of like really difficult. Now, I don't know if these are the kids that you have children with this person, but if not, this is really talking about extremely immature energy from both sides. Actually, it could be one of those tit for tat, where you're continuously involved in some kind of word exchange, and you know, they say something, you say something back, and even though you have all the rights to say something back, it just like keeps on continuing, and it just keeps on rolling in a really bad direction. You are still willing to move forward, and interestingly enough, like with having these 2 9s, which are really linking to your sign, I really think you are kind of like resorting to what is really important to you, given that you are like September, so it is a 9th month, and hence there is like, I mean, 9 energy that is linked with you. 9 is like, that means you live this life to kind of like achieve this wisdom. You know, like we always show this wisdom with an older guy, right, who is like looking with a lamp, you know, for the answers. That's pretty much your life. Not that you're old, but just like you really want to know the true kind of like source of the things. It's really important for you. And anything that is like sort of like half a solution or mask solution, or somebody throws at you solution that you know, okay, I can accept this. Yeah, sure, you haven't been with anybody last night, but I'm going to just ignore all the text messages I have seen, right? Sometimes we accept it just because, right? But it looks like to me that your path, and especially when the High Priestess shows her face, is just to observe what is going on right now. And while doing that, stabilizing yourself, saying to yourself, okay, you know what, if I go further here, and this person is just creating a whole bunch of problems. Page of Swords tend to be very argumentative, tend to be very, I'll tell you so, and blah blah blah, asking a million and one questions. When you ask them a question, they don't answer it to you, they ask you a question back. So it always like feels like a difficult exchange. So the High Priestess is basically suggesting, okay, and also look, we have the wounded warrior here, we have the blindfolded woman, and we have the woman who is silent sitting on the throne. Why is she silent? She's simply looking at the person, almost like the X-ray psychic vision. It's, hey dude, or hey lady, just show me who you are. It is like by matching certain things together. It's like not the matching game, match the pictures. In this case, is match what has been said with actions. If what has been said doesn't match those actions, the game is off. You're going to call their bluff. So let's see where this goes. King of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Pentacles reversed, the Lovers reversed, Ace of Swords Karma card reversed, the Star reversed, and the Sun. My goodness, it kind of like feels like that this is like almost like a struggle between what you want. You want family, you want to almost like marry this person, very very important to you, but at the same time you feel it's not a fit. You feel your family is not accepting of this person, or this person wouldn't work well with, say, let's say your children, if you have it. There is like not an essence of a teamwork here. And it is actually that realization, which is that wisdom that you guys are working on in this life, right? In the Karma card, in a Karma segment here, you're getting the Star reversed. When the Star reverses, it really talks about a person who kind of like really doesn't know what else to do. It's sometimes it talks about healing, which I think it's the case because I'm reading for you. Sometimes it can talk about loss of hope, right? This person is going to talk a big game. They want to come back in your life, but based on lies. Really be careful when Ace of Swords reverses. They are going to tell you things for you to overcome your hesitation, because they do seek hesitation. This person totally knows what makes you loving. They know the combination, and they are going to punch those numbers. Change the combination, guys, and see if they still fit. So the same shoe is not going to be worn all the time. It is really important to look into that. So let's see what else I see here. We see Judgment. We see 4 of Swords reversed. Queen of Wands. That's really good. You're pulling yourself in. This is a second Karma card that is coming through it, saying, look, there's like something that has happened between the two of you in the past. And not necessarily just in this life. This could have been gone for quite a while. This card also tells me there is like review of actions, and it's almost like looking at it, okay, so what can I clear right now? How can this be reconciled? It is almost like that you are looking at this, like there is like a third 9 that is reappearing, and it's like talking about the sense of anxiety, a sense of being stuck, a sense of not having other people who want to collaborate you, not having other people who really want to move forward with you. It's that sense of, I would not say loss. I think loss would be a hard word, because you did get the sun over here. And the sun really talks usually about victorious kind of like solution. That's what I said. This person does really want to come back. But I'm afraid that they're like somehow a bad seed. You guys really need to ask yourself, and you're pulling everything in. You're saying, okay, you need to clear certain things out. You maybe need to kind of like deal with reactiveness. And maybe you're reactive over something very valid. Maybe there's another woman that is involved in the situation that clearly could mean over here. And somebody's relationship here is being interfered with involvement of another person or another woman. And then they are showing up here. Look, they are showing up in every line, because I think it is weird. You're almost like you slam them against the wall. It's like, you're going to tell me what's going on, or else I want to know what's going on. And they were going to tell you they love you. They're going to tell you everything, and almost like it feels like, and you need this answer better. Are they dependent on you in one way or the other? Do they really, because I'm seeing here this 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is like usually talking about arrows of love, and it can talk about commitment. They're going to say so many things that you would want to hear, but there is like either another person, or Queen of Cups reverse can also talk about somebody who is throwing fits, throwing emotional fits. You know, like when people cannot sit and discuss things, then the strategy is, I'm going to be a victim, or I'm going to cry, or, you know, this can actually talk about somebody, you know, that's the typical dame in distress, kind of like playing that card. I need help. I really want to change it. And, you know, you are so strong. You know, don't go for it. People are adults. People should get back on their own feet. Look at this. You went into this all bruised, all kind of like scruffed up. So why would you wait for somebody else to kind of like remedy issues over here, right? Why are you there for them? Like, you are there for them to be an equal partner. This actually can talk about the drugs. Let me just get one more line for you. It can talk about involvement of substance, of somebody who, as I said, it's kind of like very immature over here. And I see queens. Look at this, 3 queens. Oh, you know what? In the end, I think you're just going to have it enough over here. You're kind of like really tired of this complete imbalance in the situation. You really, really wanted it. I can see that. But I think your decision is based on the fact that this person cannot stabilize. That this person, you're like deciding, this is just going to continue. This person is just continue their merry ways, doing whatever they want to do, right? Now you're having this like 3 8s over here. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Leo, or maybe you met somebody in July and August. I mean, I see the other things. I see fire signs, I see water signs over here clearly. And I think you're just deciding, listen, you know, I am just giving and giving and giving and giving and taking care of you, taking care of our relationship, possibly of the children. And you're like a prima donna. You're a little drama queen. And it almost like feels like that you have a feeling that you have to attend to every whim that they have. So I am seeing here, and whenever I see these 2 cards, I always think Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. So you are feeling that you need to stabilize yourself. And how you stabilize yourself? By actually not having this person in your life. Maybe you're not sending him off forever. Maybe you're just saying, look, you have to figure out your own act. When you know what you want, when you really, really know what you really, really want, you know, like the Spice Girls said, then let's talk. But until then, there is like not much sense of going forward, where you're just like waiting for easy solutions. And, you know, we have this discussion, I just like waste my time, waste my nerves, waste my patience, and just like a month later, things are all over again that way. it's going to be a very important month where you're kind of like pulling inside of yourself. You will be kind of going through lots of different kind of like emotions, from having anxiety, how to go about it, but just like put it in perspective. This is all about maturity. Maturity is, how do I continue moving forward, right? And if what I am moving forward with is make me happy, or is it also the right thing to do? Because that's what the High Priestess does, right? She's looking at all this thing, because you guys are standing strong. I really think that was like a really interference of the other people, and this is like what is really creating your decision. You're putting your foot down and you're saying, you either prove it to me, and I think you're going to ask for complete transparency, for every detail for you to know. Literally, look, if you want to kind of treat yourself like a baby, behave like a baby, then I'm going to treat you like a baby, and this is the way it's going to be. But I think that in the meantime, you're going to say, okay, you're destabilizing me, and I need and I deserve more, and let's kind of like really put this on the back burner. They're going to be very sad about it. And this is a good card, and I'm sorry to say this to all of you cross watching, but you know what, sometimes, you know that saying that they finally realize how much they love you when you're gone? I'm not so sure if that statement is really right. They do realize how much they miss you and what you did for them, right? And that could be like what they kind of like really wanted, and now it's not accessible. So there is like really something to look at it. So don't get sucked in, because it looks like they have that emotional vortex. It's almost like a black hole, and they're able to grab you in that way. Or maybe they're one of those people who are very witty, and they're able to kind of like turn you around, and kind of like, so you're not anymore focused on things that you wanted to address, which is good in the moment, but it doesn't resolve a big problem in the meantime. So Virgo, I hope this was helpful. As I said, this is a general reading. You should check your ascendant and you should check your moon sign, just for starters. Another thing is, like, order my annual tarot scope so you can see much bigger picture than this from there. And if you want a private reading, contact me via cattarot.ca, and all my information is like down there if you want a daily dose of tarot, or if you want to go on my mailing list, because then you get coupons from my readings and a whole bunch of like other goodies. Alrighty, Virgos, until the next time, you do know I love you and I wish you all the best, and I don't have to fear, because you're going to do really well. Love you.